great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Pulls it in. It's Isaac. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the line out of the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turns it on in midfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
With the catch, it's Williams. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. The Cougars will hustle to the line. Looking to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Cougars will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He stopped. Not much on return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big throw.
Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Looking to pass. It's Sorsby. Makes the catch. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And the big game, they've got it on the 46.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
This time on target. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's moving out of the pocket. Ripping through the defense. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And the Bearcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Ready to try the play action. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Floating away. On the run, deep down the right side. And that would be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it from the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Tempo and overdrive.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buying some time. Makes the grab. It's Ballard. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Ballard. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's Ballard. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. looking to throw. It's Collins. Got his man on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. It's complete on the right side.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. 35, he's got room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing kick. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Turning it on. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Release to the back. Right on the money. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after big play up top.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Wow, this offense with a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down to this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Houston going up tempo. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next one?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Got it in the middle, it's Ballard. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Houston will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. Trying to move the chains, Houston comes to the line on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
Football is crazy. It looks like he's about to go score on this punt return. Instead, getting down inside the 10-yard line, he coughs it up. That is a play that could very well define this game.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. The defense calls a timeout there, 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, and now looking at 3rd and goal. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Houston. Hello,
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Sorsby. Throws for the tight end. Got it downfield. Finally corralled and not the corner. He picks up the first down.
Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He'll pull it down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 on the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Run the gun. They'll try to impose their will. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Right back to the weather. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Houston wants to play fast. Wants to throw. It's Collins. That's caught. It's Thurman. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical game.
It'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They get to the line quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because when in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Simmons. He's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. 42 Spider. Off play action on first down. He's got him. Got room at the 35. And that's where they'll mark him with a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have...
Throws toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And these offenses getting a rhythm. They're hard to stop. Already up early. Got a short field. Take advantage of it, too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Diego State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Utah State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Houston going up tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The sure hands, it's Williams. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Wide open. He makes the catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Grab behind the line. It's Ballard. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's second and goal. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Takes the easy completion. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They're going to throw it on third and goal. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up for it.
Looking to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on first and 10. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. The short hands, it's Ballard. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field.
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They go to the ground. There we go. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a short, being an easy conversion for this offense. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Trying play action. Rushes on him. Got a man. It's Nicholas. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who he was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Caught close to the marker. It's Nicholas. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
He's going to run it. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking for a man, it's Collins. Got it in the middle, it's Thurman. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. On the run, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
the situation of the game. Obviously, after that incompletion, now setting up third down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get.
Touchdown, Houston. And the comeback is on.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now. Defensively, I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz, you may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession and give yourself a chance to win.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Rides the back and leaves it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. You'd love to get the score right now, but you also want to make sure, if you can, that the clock keeps moving.
So let's do both. Let's run the football, keep it on the ground, run the play clock down, but don't turn away a touchdown. If you're getting close and you can get in, take the 2-possession lead in this ball game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Now on 2nd down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in.
welcome to Richland Field in East Hartford, home to the Yukon Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Yukon Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Blue Devils will put total leather to crank us up. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
He's still filling the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Here we go. The Blue Devils are on the move. They'll try the left side. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quick release by the QB. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Now on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Dances away. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
Wants to pass. Into the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. So the Yukon Huskies offense will go to work for the first time today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse. It's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David. And it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability. Catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the point.
Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Huskies will have it first and 10. Back to throw, it's Fagnano. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. It's Bell. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. They make the tackle, but UConn has enough for the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate pass.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Play of the period, first down here. Red pass, it's complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the move, it's Edwards. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a three-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. Now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Dropping back, it's Fagnano. He's got it on the move. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. And the Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Moving away from pressure. Wideout trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went.
Touchdown, Husky! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
4th down, you needed a play. Who do you go to? You go to your receiver that you know can make plays with the football in the air. And by the way, he doesn't need 2 hands. Just needs 1. Nice snag. 4th down conversion successful, and they get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a defender miss. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that.
Wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. UConn going back to work on offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. That's reeled in. It's Edwards.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Back to throw. It's Magnano. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Got it behind the line. It's Hansen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Third down play from the gun. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. UConn will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Brown. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but he didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step 1. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a 1st down.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down. That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Enough time to get off the play before we head to halftime. Touch pass on the run. Plows through the defense. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. UConn has it teed up to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to... There he goes! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Blue Devils are in the hurry up. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll leave it with him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UConn offense goes back to work. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. Got his man to the left. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Scanning the field. It's Spagnano. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Huskies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Caught in the backfield, it's Bell. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, UConn! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Now, a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
and I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2, can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical, got to break tackles, got to go through people, whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Blue Devils in the hurry up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Flying out to the left. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest,
Hey,
right? You hit me in
anytime
stride,
I play
where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he got that extra point through, no slipping on the snow. It was good. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick.
Nuts, I mean, really, but if you do to him, but realistically,
UConn going back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry.
Oh, he's got some space.
Every time we score,
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
my team,
And
like,
if you're the head
fire,
coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before a snap. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
These situations are preached so much in
There's so
college
much
football.
Adrian,
Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right
but we
at
still
you,
get extra
trying to keep
game.
that clock moving, get a few
Somehow,
1st downs, and get it done.
really have
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line,
Yes,
and
yeah,
this
I would
defense
say-
is on its heels.
This guy's been running hard all game long in the 4th quarter. Now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs cover.
Yeah, let's go eat. 17 deep, man.
Salt into road, right? Late in the 4th
Yep.
quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his tight end. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football ball back.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to keep it in the air. Pocket breaking down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
On the play. Brings up the 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Duke. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they